I don't know whether that was an order block. Let me mark it with this trend line. You can mark it in the revisit area. Let me move. Yeah, it's on the right spot. Let's see. Market really could revisit your area. But the market I could revisit your area, but it was a very, 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 very nice order block. Seems to be a very, 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 very nice order block. So to got as a continuation. So order block are forming in between trends. That's what we are looking for. In between the trends. Unapata market inapanda then ina form ki bearish candlestick. Kama market inashuka then ina form bullish candlestick. For example, this one here. You can see the market was on a downtrend, then in a consolidate, then all of a sudden mpaka ikatengeneza gap, ikashuka aggressively. So tunaangalia ya mwisho green candlestick ya mwisho kabisa, usikuja kutafuta order block huku hivi katikati. Ya mwisho, the last green candlestick if it's a bearish order block. So all you have to do is to cover the whole candlestick like that. You set your stop loss where? Slightly outside there. Slightly outside there. Candlestick like that. You're gonna find your sell positions here, and you could have dropped with it like that. So that's is only continuation of candlestick order blocks. Up here, this one should be a continuation order block. You can see the market will push vizuri huko juu after this consolidation there. So I'm supposed to place your order block like that way. So you can see it respected vizuri sana na ikashoot huko juu. But sasa I'm pretty sure juu tunawekanga stop loss slightly outside the order block hivyo, most probably watu wengi wangetolewa, then market end up kushoot huko juu as we can see. So kuna tuanaliza time frame. For the time frame, I prefer using 15 minutes and 30 minutes, but they had the time frame. Ndo kuna high probability of the order block getting respected. But sasa we don't have to tuangalia order time frame kuja ni kuangalia kama itakuwa respected. Acha tu tuangalie delta. The higher the delta, ndo kuna high probability of your order block getting respected. So yeah. So so let's go to fair value gap, excuse me. Nitawapea chance ya kuuliza maswali after tumefanya nini. Let's start with liquidity and fair value gap. Let's start with liquidity, then to end up na fair value gap. Now, normally, the way I trade liquidity, mean trading liquidity on a very, very, very different way. So, I believe liquidity ni place yenye ime liquidate watu. Na ndo place ya liquidate watu, inafaa kuwa na two characteristics. Number one, inafaa ikuwa nini? Unpredictable. Number two, inafaa ikuwa na nini? Explosive moves. That. So, number one, in the liquidity zone, lazima ikuwe nini? Unpredictable. Na lazima ikuwe na explosive moves. So, for example, utapata market was going up on a very, 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 very strong trend. So, yes, utapata very, very, very strong bullish candlestick. Inatosha na hivi. Candlestick unapata ni ya 20 pips. Candlestick kubwa yani. Na sio lazima ikuwe moja. Unaweza pata market ilikuwa imetoka chini huku hivi na bullish candlesticks like that. So normally a trader ukiona very, very, very big bullish candlestick, unafaa kuingia nini? Sell sama buys, obviously buys. So you wait for this candlestick to close, then unaingilia buy positions hapa hivi. Immediately umeingia buy positions, what happens? A very, 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 very strong bearish candlestick inaingia. So buyers wanaenda kuwa trapped hapa hivi juu, wengine wanaenda kuwa nini? Liquidated. You see that what happens? That's what happens. So liquidity zone wapi? Liquidity zone ni hapa hivi kwenye buyers ama kwenye traders wamekuwa liquidated. So characteristics za liquidity inafaa ikuwe na two candlesticks only. The moment candlesticks zinakuwa more than two, that's not a liquidity zone. That's a consolidation zone. So inafaa ikuwe na two candlesticks only. Number two, liquidity zones huwa tunacover candlestick wicks. So normally if the wicks kama market kikuja na tuseme this was a bearish candlestick, then inaacha wicks. So normally huwa tunacover easy wicks na rectangle like that. Now since a lot of buyers waliacha wakiwa trapped hapa hivi, kunamaanisha hii zone iko na nini? Imbalance. Now we wait for the market to come back at this zone, like that zone. Then after we feel imbalance, we place our set positions. So I hope you get that. So liquidity inafaa kuwa na nini? Two candlesticks only. Moja ya kupanda, wengine ya kuliquidate watu. Kani kushuka, moja ya kushuka, The moment sellers, the moment this was a very strong bearish candlestick, very strong bearish candlestick. So the moment tumeingia sales hapa hivi nini happen, market inaleta very strong bullish candlestick. Tunaenda kuwa trapped hapa hivi. Liquidity zone hata sisi tumatrader, hata sisi traders tunajua venye tunafanya ina end up kutu liquidate. Yeah. So this is the liquidity zone. So lazima ikuwe unpredictable na lazima ikuwe na two candlesticks only. Two candlesticks only. So, for example, let me show you an example of a liquidity zone. A very nice liquidity zone in haina sold mingi. Let me see kwa laka for 5 minutes time frame tutapata. So hiyo place lazima ikuwe imeliquidate watu like a sudden reversal. A very sudden reversal. Na kama haina nini, kama haina 2 weeks, obviously sio lazima ka nini candlestick kuwe na week. You can see like this zone. This zone is a liquidity zone. You can basically see what happened. The market ilikuwa inashuka vizuri. Honestly, hata kama ni mimi nione this kind of a candlestick, imagine a candlestick like this, ningeingia tu directly kwa sell positions. But immediately watu waliingia sell positions, nini li happen? Market can shoot aggressively without any sign of a reversal. Tulisema major signs of reversals ni consolidation. But what happened? No consolidation, no hesitation, but market in a reverse aggressively. So a lot of sellers were trapped here. A lot. Takani mimi ningekuwa tu trapped juu ningeingia to set positions with such strength in the market. So normally, kama hapa hivi kungekuwa na weeks, tungemark weeks, but sahi hakuna. So you can mark the highs, the lows of those candlesticks like this. Both lows like that. Then you wait for the market to come back at this zone. Then you place your buy position like that. Let's use the currency pairs to see something like CHF, JPY. Let's see. So lazima ikuwe na two candlesticks na lazima ikuwe na both the downtrend na uptrend lazima zilikuwa strong. So ati ilishuka na to consolidation then ikapanda juu aggressively, we assume that's a liquidity zone. Lazima both downtrend na uptrend ilikuwa strong. So for example, this should be a liquidity zone, this one here. You can see market ilishuka aggressively then ikapanda aggressively. To a point that kama hukuweka stop loss the moment ulisell hapa hivi, hukuwa na chance, most probably you got liquidated. So all you had to do ni kuweka rectangle on the wicks like this, then you wait for the market to come back at this zone, ifanye imbalance yake, then you buy. So you're supposed to place buy positions on this specific zone. This one is a 5 minute time frame. Let's use like a 30 minute time frame. No, tuone more liquidities. Now, so I hope you guys are getting it. So anytime you see more than 3 candlesticks, there's no liquidity zone there. Hakuna liquidity. But anytime you see only 2 candlesticks, there's a liquidity zone there. So zinafaa zikuwe tu 2 candlesticks only. Candlestick moja strong ya kushuka na moja strong ya kuliquidate watu. So you're supposed to normally tunawekanga rectangle hivi. It is cover to the wicks. So nini order block tulikuwa tunakava whole candlestick, but liquidity unaona tunakava only the wicks. Kama ina wicks weka tu line up hivyo kwa lower part of the body like that. You can see market imerevisit hiyo kufanya nini, kashoot juu. But ukipata more than 3 candlesticks like this, let me show you. Juu liquidity zones zinafanyanga nini watu sana. Ukipata more than 3 candlesticks like this, you can see the reason why tujaita hii liquidity ni, you can see wicks ni ngapi? 1, 2, and the third one here. Now that's not a liquidity zone. Ilikuwa in case kama hii week haingefika huku chini ingekuwa liquidity zone, but we can see there's it's more than 3, so that's a consolidation, that's not a liquidity zone. Higher. So let's spot more liquidity zones. So we want to see aggressiveness, market going up aggressively, then inashuka chini aggressively without any sign of a reversal. Na tulisema mahali kuna liquidity huwezi ona order block, mahali kuna order block huwezi ona liquidity. So don't assume this one is a liquidity. You already kuna order block, unless the order block haikuwa genuine, we can say that's a liquidity zone. Yeah, I mean it guys. So let's proceed. So yeah, so let's look for more liquidity zones. So liquidity zones huwa zinafull watu vibaya sana. Anytime you see more than the 3 candlesticks, ama more than 3 weeks, that's not a liquidity zone. For example here, which one can you say is a liquidity zone? And kwa hizi mbili. So between this one, let me spot it for you. Between this one and this one. So obviously not this one. You can candlesticks mingi 1, 2, 3, 4. But hii kona mbili. Ya kushuka, ona hii ya kushuka. Check the red candlestick. Obviously pia mimi ningeona this kind of candlestick. The next thing ni find kuingia sell positions. But immediately unaingia sell positions, assume kuweka stop loss ona. You see, so that zone automatically liquidated a lot of people here. So ukienda kwa footprint chart utapata nini? Utapata side moja kuna traders wengi, utapata tu sellers twingi, utapata tu sellers twingi, but the other side iko na 20000 twingi to buyers. So this is a lot of people walienda sell position hapo hivyo. So the moment market ilikuja kwa hizo zone ulikuwa unafaa kuingia nini? Buy positions. So 2 weeks only, then explosive moves. Utaona nikisema place ni liquidity zone na haina explosive move. For example, hatutasema hii ni liquidity zone, this zone na haina explosive moves. Jo basically ilikuwa hii ya kupanda iko sawa. Yeah. So this one was okay. The bullish candlestick was okay, but the bearish one, you can see haiku liquidate watu. So that's the reason why to start sema in liquidity zone. Yeah, the bullish one was okay, but the bearish one was the problem. You know, ilikuwa issue sasa. Haya. So let's try using some other time frame like 1 hour. Let's see. This one is not a liquidity zone, so you can more than 3 weeks up there. Let's see if check after lingine. This one is a a perfect liquidity zone. Check it. Look at this. Look at that. One strong bearish candlestick inafuatwa na market continuation. So lazima pia ukispot liquidity zone, make sure umejiuliza hii zone ingeni full. Kama ni mimi ingeni full. Obvious, pia mimi hii zone ingeni full. There's no way market ta break kwa hii consolidation. Then ilete a very strong bearish candlestick. Then ikuje kuingia buy positions hapa hivi. Obviously ingeingia sell positions hapa hivi. After umeingia sell positions, unaachwa mkiwa trapped. Unaachwa tu hapo hivyo chini mkiwa trapped. You can see what happened immediately the market imerudi kwa hiyo zone. Market liurudi kwa hizo then ika push juu. Now, huwezi kuja useme hii ni order block. You can say ati hiki yote ni order block. Pia wewe ukitafuta order block, make sure unatafuta reasonable order block. Sasa kwa assume hii candlestick yote ni order block. Your order block iko na how many pips? Imagine another block of 113 pips. Is that reasonable? That's not reasonable at all. So that's why nimesema mahali kuna liquidity, be pretty sure utapata nini? Order block. You see. Haya. So that's a bullish liquidity zone there. Up here, there's no liquidity. There's a lot of wicks there, a lot of consolidations there. You want to see explosive moves, very nice explosive moves like this. This one is an explosive move here. One of the market ilishuka with this bearish candlestick, but immediately candlestick inaisha, like immediately imeisha. No consolidations, no chances of closing your trades, no chances of thinking twice. Immediately candlestick inaisha, market inashoot juu. Kama huku umeka stop loss, unaenda kuwa liquidated. Kama huku umeka stop loss, unaenda kuwa trapped wapi? Down there. So just place your rectangle on the wicks. Kama 2 weeks ni tudogo, unaweza kutumia horizontal line like that. Then you wait for the market to come back at that zone. Then you place what? Your buy position like that. So lazima the bearish candlestick ilikuwa strong na the bullish candlestick ilikuwa nini? Strong. Both zote lazima zilikuwa strong. So siwati liquidity zone inakuja then consolidation inafuata. Obviously watu wakiona consolidation wanajuanga ni sign of a market reversal. So we want to see the things like this vitu hizi. Strong downtrend then a strong uptrend following it. Ukiona hivyo unaweka nini? Unaweka rectangle like that, then wait for the market to come back at that zone. Unafanya nini? You place your buy positions automatically like that. It's liquidity zones ni simple hivyo. So kesho tutaangalia venye tutaweza kuzifanya nini kwa footprint charts. I believe liquidity zones who show up kwa any time frame mpaka watu wa 1 minute, I believe zinakwanga huko pia. So wewe ndo utaamua utatumia time frame gani ikikuja ni liquidity zones. Sasa so bora make sure candlesticks wicks are not more than 3. Wicks ni 2 pekee, zisikuwe zimefikiana. This one is a fake liquidity zone, this one is not real. So unaona hii wick ilifikia ile nyingine, ni 3 ziko hapa hivi, so that's not a genuine liquidity zone. Haiku liquidate watu. Kitu inapea watu nini warning, that's not a liquidity zone. Liquidity zone inakujanga kai like kupata utajua tu ujue the moment tunaingia buy positions na reverse aggressively place your rectangle ama your lines like that, the market kirudi your zone na ingia for una look back for buy positions. Now that's about the liquidity zones. Now I want us to cover what? I want us now to cover liquidity zones. I mean fair value gap. Tushakava nini? Tushakava nini? Inaitwa nini? Liquidity and order block. Let's cover fair value gap. So tuone fair value gaps nazo sasa. Fair value gaps I bet ni simple kwenu. You guys I know you've been using fair value gap. So fair value gap tunasemanga ni gaps zenye zinakonga in between charts. Normally candlesticks zinafaa kuona ziki intersect. Tunaweza sema tu intersect. For example, if this candlestick forms like that, then another candlestick forms like that. The third candlestick inafaa kufikia kwenye ya kwanza ili form. Unaona iliishia. Unaona hapo hivi kwenye iliishia. That candlestick inafaa kushuka ifike mpaka hiyo zone like that. To make sure that in between hizo candlesticks hakuna gaps. But in case the third candlestick yamwe haitafika huko chini, I form like this. Kuja form ifike kaa hapo hivyo juu. You can see, let me make it a little bit bigger. So utapata ilifika kaa hapo hivyo. You can see in between this candlestick na hii ya tatu kuna ka gap. Now this is what we call fair value gap. This gap sasa. But candlesticks zenye hazina fair value gap, unaweza pata ya kwanza imeform hivi. That's the first candlestick. Then ya pili ikaform hapo hivyo. Like that. Then the third one, ika make sure ime close mpaka kwenye ya kwanza ilifika. Ina drop inafika huko hivyo chini like that. So you can see in between hizi gaps, hii kwenye hii imefika, kwenye hii ilifika, hakuna gap at all. But hii you can see kuna gap. Now that's what we call fair value gap. So for example, fair value gap inakuwa simple ku spot unlike akina order blocks. You can genuinely see in between your candlestick na hii hakuna candlestick ingine. In between candlestick na hii hakuna candlestick ingine. In between this one and this one hakuna candlestick ingine. In between here and here hakuna candlestick. So candlesticks zinafaa kuinterlock. Like hiki form ingine ina form. Hiki form ingine ina form. But the moment tunapata gap in between candlesticks, now that's what called fair value gaps. So tukizispot obviously huwa tunafanya nini? Unachukua rectangle, una mark the body. That was the first fair value gap. This one was the other fair value gap there. And the other fair value gap here. Like that one. So initially market ikifika kwa hiyo zone unafaa kufanya nini? Kutafuta buy position if it's a bullish fair value gap. You can see unafaa kutafuta buy positions. But sio fair value gaps zote hukuwa respected. Ina depend na nini? Na imbalance, ni kulikuwa na imbalance gap ya that fair value gap. So hapa hivi ndo nini inaingilia. Hapa hivi ndo order flow inaingilia confirm a real and a genuine order nini fair value gap. You some fair value gap utapata fair value gap imeformiwa but hakuna imbalance. Meaning hiyo fair value gap there is no probability of getting respected at all. So anytime you see a gap in between candlesticks, mark it like that. Mark it. Just mark those gaps. Na kama ka gap ni kadogo kaka hivi, kai usiende kuforce a rectangle hapo hivyo. So you mark the reasonable gaps. So then you wait for the market to come back. If feel imbalances inashuka. If feel imbalance inafanya nini? Inashuka. So for fair value gaps sita insist sana juu I know most of you mnajua fair value gaps. So sasa imagine marking your fair value gaps and marking your order blocks and marking your liquidities at the same chart. Utakosa aje entry? Utakosa aje entry positions? Umemark your fair value gaps, umemark your liquidities na umemark your order blocks. Huwezi kosa nini an entry. Imagine marking those three. For example, let me look for an example. A minute, guys. So as we were saying, you can spot both fair value gap, liquidity, order blocks at the same chart. Na inakuanga very interesting. So guys, nimepata certain emergency call here. So I think we've covered the very important details there. So tunaweza link up kesho tuendelee na sasa kwa order flow. So any questions? What if kuna fair value gap na order block? So normally if the imbalances of on the fair value gaps ni mingi kuliko order block, you just go with the fair value gap. But if the order block is stronger than the fair value gap, you just go with the with the order block. So unaweza pata your order block, unaweza pata order block yako ilikuwa na delta of 70, but upate fair value gap ilikuwa na imbalance of 100. So you definitely go with the fair value gap. So but tutakava hizo kesho ndo tunafaa kuangalia venye tuna confirm those details. Yeah. So Euro USD 1 hour. So let's take a look at Euro USD 1 hour. So is it the liquidity zone here? I bet this guy is talking about this liquidity zone here. And also we can see we had another block here. This there was the last candlestick before the impulsive move, and you can see market imeguza hapo hivyo ikashuka like that. Yeah. So any questions concerning order block liquidity in fair value gap? Brian Muridi.
Hello, okay. Niko na maswali karibu 4 and allow me to ask all. So kuna moja fair value gaps. So nilikuwa nauliza, for example, umepata fair value gap kwa on a bullish trend. Is it a must those candles zikuwe zimefanana ama you can have moja ya red and the other one kukuwe na gap katikati and the other one ya blue?
Sio lazima zikuwe zimefanana, as long as there is a gap, that's a fair value gap. Yeah.
Haya, hizo zingine ni za liquidity. Lazima those two candles zikuwe zimetoshana in terms of size.
Not necessarily. Bora zote zikuwe explosive.
Aha, hiyo ingine ni hizo candles lazima zikuwe na as in wicks kubwa zaidi ya chini.
Not necessarily, some of them hazinanga wicks, but bora zikuwe ilishuka aggressively then ikapanda aggressively. Isikuwa ati ilishuka aggressively then ikapanda pole. So both of them lazima zikuwe aggressively.
Okay, for example ina GU ana kuna nini, kuna liquidity zone hapo mbili zinanichanganya, if you don't mind unazaangalia. Naona hapo kuna nini, kuna liquidity mara mbili. Okay, unaona hapo kwenye imemaliza ndo ianze kuforma bullish trend. Kuna liquidity kwa hapo na kuna hii nyingine iko huku chini kabisa. Mbona iko respect ya chini? Kuna hiyo na kuna hiyo nyingine imeifuata.
This is the only genuine liquidity zone here. You can see both iko na explosive moves. Na this move it genuinely ili liquidate watu, but aka ni kadogo sana. So this one is big. This is the high probability of this getting respected sana. But once more, sio everywhere utaspot like this equal liquidity juu. Sometimes unapatanga hakuna buyers ama sellers wamekuwa trapped hapo, meaning that's not liquidity zone. So sio lazima ati zote any place umeona ikiwa na such characteristic equal liquidity. Umeget?
Hiyo ingine nilikuwa ninachanganya tofauti kati ya liquidity na consolidation. So I used to say consolidation and liquidity, they are the same.
Hapana. Consolidation to cover ikiwa part of supply and demand.
My last question. Kuna venye liquidity inaweza kuwa maybe broken. Maybe part of my spot kuna pali kuna liquidity, then all of a sudden move inakuja ikiwa imeteremka.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens hivyo. Yeah, sometimes it happens. So it's like not 100% working strategy.
Sasa niko na hizo tu. Asante.
Haya. Brian nani? Brian Mulder, I hope ndo ameuliza. Let me see kama kuna swali lingine hapa kwa presentation. Bearish liquidity. Kuna mtu anasema issue bearish liquidity. Bearish liquidity once more tunaangalia huko juu. Like two candlesticks. So for the bearish liquidity, let's pay this in a lot of liquidity zones. Let's try higher time frames. Let's look for a bearish liquidity zone. These are for us time frame. Let's try a more volatile pair like GBP, JPY. So JPY pairs by there has the liquidity zones. Hey, JPY pairs, you can see when a lot of liquidity zones. See, a lot of liquidities. Everywhere liquidity. So this is an example of a bearish liquidity. Market went up aggressively and down aggressively. So you just mark the top. Market kirudi to that zone, you do what? You place a sell position. But this one was not a liquidity. Yes, market went down aggressively, but tunaona kupanda juu venye kalikuwa kanapanda. As consolidate then kakapanda. So this one is not, this one is a liquidity. Ikifunga below that box umeweka. What? Sijada. Does the trend matter? Trend doesn't matter. CPI imeoneta mani sell. What? Pakirio sijakuelewa. Haya. Benson Gishanik. Haya.
Nilikuwa nauliza maybe the last candlestick before an impulsive move ni doji. Hiyo inakuwa considered kama order block.
Yeah, sasa unaweza confirm tu na footprints uone nini yake. Unasema doji ni tunakanga hivi.
Doji like maybe doji ni indecision, si hizo indecision kando, lakini maybe ikuwa imeweza ikuwa red tu kidogo kando yenyewe ndio, lakini doji
As long as iko na color, hiyo inaweza kuwa order block. But kama ni tule tu candlestick tunakanga hivi, tunaweza jua kama ni green ama ni red, hiyo inaweza leta a lot of contradiction.
Kama iko na color unaweza kuwa considered kama order block. Yes.
So I'll show you how to trade weekend caps tomorrow. So I see there's no more question. Barbara.
Yes, I think hiyo mambo ya liquidity sijaelewa kabisa. Are we checking the trend ama what are we checking ukisema like ukiangalia hii liquidity if it's bullish ama bearish, like unaenda na when you check the next trend itakuwa a sell position or a buy position? Because the trend, okay.
Kama iliachwa juu ni kumaanisha tutakuwa tunatafuta sell positions. In case kwa iliachwa chini ni kumaanisha tutakuwa tunatafuta buy positions. But bora make sure it's 2 candlesticks only, like this. Only 2 candlesticks. Gloria.
Pizo hapo kwa liquidity. Kwa sababu inaweza kuwa ni kubahatisha. Unaweza place kama ni sell and buy at the same time.
Wezi. So hiyo haitakupea pesa, utaenda kwa 2-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lydia.
Kwa liquidity ukichora the rectangle kwa week, wakati unachora hiyo rectangle kwa weeks, unaingililia kwa kama ni buy unaingililia on the upper side ama ni lower side?
Sijalo atukieka?
Si umesema kwa liquidity unachora the rectangle ama the rays. Na rays mbili. Na unapata saa zingine kama ni hiyo umechora nini hiyo wiki inaweza fika juu ama irundia hapa juu hapa chini. So
kama wiki ilikuwa refu hivi, you just cover the whole week.
So which is the safest entry?
So immediately the market imeguza tu liquidity zone is the safest entry.
Okay. So you enter pending order ama ni market execution?
So you can use pending orders ama you can enter aggressively depending on kama uko busy na unajua maybe you will miss out ama itakuacha. And if you use pending orders, kama you are there, you can just wait and do it aggressively.
Okay.
Kennedy.
Yes, Pizo, kama hiyo umechola hiyo pale after imeguza ya pili, kunazo zinaguza na zinapita juu, yani inakuwa kama inapita tu inakata mpaka juu. Unaona hapo umechola after the second touch. After hapo imeliquidate watu, inakuja ina collect. Ikikuja ikitouch, instead itouch itelemki, inakuja ikiwa imekata kabisa.
Yeah, sometimes they do. Tumesema sio tena 100%, but tunapata most of the time in our work. So na bado you have to confirm whether it's genuine tukitumia footprint charts. So I'll show you how to confirm them tomorrow.
Mostly kama wakati for example the dollar is strong, unapataga imefika tu hapo instead okay, kitu kama USD JPY ama USD CAD ikifika kama hapo na uko sure tu ni mahali liquidate, inaenda tu imepanda. Mostly hiyo nimerudi kunoti na occupy sana wakati either a currency iko strong ama wakati mostly a currency iko strong inakuja ikiwa imepita.
Yeah, it's possible. Okay, yeah, it's possible then. Let me see the Morelli, uko na swali nini?
Niko na swali ya mwisho. Okay, when I identify the fair value gaps, Is it a must for both opposite candles to have a wick?
Not necessarily. Wick is not sio lazima.
For example, GU in 1 hour, I can see the opposite candle. Kuna moja iko na wick, ingine haina. So tunaanza identify ikiwa fair value gap.
GU.
GU 1 hour.
Wapi hii zone?
Naona hiyo zone kuna hiyo fair value gap iko hapo katikati kubwa sana.
Hii fair value gap hii? Yeah, that's a fair value gap. It's a genuine fair value gap. So kesho tutaonyesha kujua kwenye specified market traffic reverse, but I'll show how we to check that. Bill.
Yeah, Pizzo, myself, I don't have a question, but just have a suggestion. Unaona hii class ya leo? I think it's a very important class na mimi mwenyewe nimesurvive juu ya network, juu ya stima. I've really survived. I've not covered, I've only covered almost 20 to 30% of the class. So nilikuwa na suggest maybe next class. Maybe in the next class we take 20 to 30 minutes, we brush over what we've learned today.
Niko sure class imekuwa recorded, but if a lot of people insist to rudia, we can. I see Tony Kife amerecord class, so I can see a notification from his bot. Yeah, naona watu kadhaa wamerecord. But so if you may record class, kindly drop it kwa group and watu wenye wako ipate tafadhali. So I see there's no more questions. So guys, tunaweza endelea kesho. So tomorrow we're going to cover hizo vitu zenye tumefanya leo, but now with the footprint charts. Tunaweza confirm the genuine ones and non-genuine ones. So you guys have a good night.